We are live. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Tuesday Night Cooking with me, Ashley Love Richards. Who do we have here so far? We have Brendan and Sophia. What's up, you guys? Curry me in. I got you today, baby. We are doing Massaman curry. And we are talking about a person with severe mental issues who got way too much of a pass by society because she's a lady, which, man, that is like so fucking rarely the case, isn't it, you guys? Brendan, curry sounds good. You guys, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm going to post that recipe 2 days ahead. Oh, I'm going to post it on Monday. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Yeah, see? And then I just like never posted anything because I decided today what I was cooking. Because that's very on brand for me, you know? So let's just say a warm welcome to the replay viewers. Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Love Richards. This is Cooking and Crime with Ash. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I dress like a retro housewife from the 50s because it's fun. And I pretend like I know how to cook, or I learn how to cook. And I've thought, how can we spice this segment up a little bit? And I thought, well, what about with some curry? That'll spice it up, eh? And then last night, I was watching Netflix, and I watched the biggest piece of hot garbage entertainment that I've watched in a while, and it was called May December, and it is 100,000% totally based on Kay Letourneau and her rapping of Billy Falau, and her grooming of him, and yeah, I don't know what the movie's purpose was, but as more people trickle in, I'm going to start to talk about it more. But I just wanted to introduce myself to anybody who's new to the segment, anybody who's catching the replay. Thought I would just let you know off the top what we're going to be getting into. So as people trickle in, you guys tell me what you're up to tonight. Brendan, I believe you said that you're taking over cooking on Tuesdays. So are you cooking tonight? Mm-hmm. You guys, I need to make a coffee, and I got to show you my outfit of the day. Yeah, and I decided to go with kind of a like, kind of look because that's the like vibe that Kay Letourneau pulled, and tried to look like all innocent and sweet, and she kind of talked a little bit, but she didn't talk with a lisp, which is included in May December, which I thought was awful. And oh my God, how long ago did I make this coffee, you guys? It's really cold. And you know what happened to Billy Falau is an insane, disgusting crime. And it was treated by the media back then. I mean, she was, it's weird because I was going to say she was villainized or vilified, and his name is Billy. But, I mean, she definitely was not liked in the media, but the way that the case was treated as like, they had an affair, and, you know, he looked so much older, and all of this is really gross. And then this movie, I think, also just really does a disservice to his story. I was trying to figure out like what the fuck did I just watch? And so I was reading about it a little bit, and I mean it's billed as a drama, but then some people say that I read some people say that, oh no, it's like a black comedy, and the ridiculous music is supposed to highlight how the media looks at these cases, and how like it, you know, how critics, I hate critic reviews. It's just like, oh, gobbledygook, flowery imagery and metaphors, and just no. I think what the movie did was like really disgusting, taking a family that is very much alive and in the world, and using their story as entertainment, but as a black comedy. And you guys might say, well, Ashley, don't you do true crime comedy? Yeah, but that's different, you guys. That just means that I talk about really fucked up stuff, but with like a humorous sense, so that I don't have to go like, you know, just bury myself into a cave for the rest of my life after I finish talking about it. But they played this like awful music. It was like, dun, dun, dun. We're going to be out of hot dogs. I shit you not, you guys. That is from the movie. It's like this insanely dramatic music, and it's like, we don't have enough hot dogs. And then it's something about hot dogs. And anyways, you guys, it's just, it was really terrible. So, all right, we got a couple comments to get to. Sophia said, a very appropriate lady in cat sleeves. Oh, thank you very much, Sophia. Brendan said, yep, I did orange chicken and a side of corn. I love chicken. Email? Okay. I love chicken. Oh, one second. Can you close the drawer? The dryer. Okay. The dryer. I was like trying to be sneaky. Can you close the dryer? I don't know why. Oh, fuck. Guys. All right. I probably just ruined this because I tried to put extra espresso. Oh, it's really hot. Oh, that was embarrassing. Sorry, guys. All right. So orange chicken and a side of corn sounds delicious. I love orange chicken and I love corn. Okay. So I just got my recipe for this evening in the email. So in the email, you know, you guys know the one, the email. And bringing it up. All right, guys. So who's cooking with me? Anybody besides Brendan? You don't turn a specific person's trauma into an insulting entertainment show while they have to hear about it. It's simple decency. Yeah, thank you, Sophia. It's just, I thought that it would, well, first of all, I knew that it was going to be like loosely based on the case of, I'm going to keep calling it what it is, the grooming and rap of Villy Falau, who was 12 years old when they became physical, 8 when she started emotionally grooming him, and 13 when she had his first child. So I knew that it would be like kind of, I knew that it would be based on the concept of the story, I guess. But it was their family story to a T. And let me be clear, you know, I would hate to hurt anybody in, you know, their family, but I'm going to say this because it's important. She was a predator. She's a predator. Any adult who is 29 and starts romantically or whatever, you know, grooming an 8-year-old, and then just can't resist them at 11 is severely mentally ill, is a very sick person. They're a pedophile, pedo, what can I say? I don't know. And a rapist. And, so I don't, feelings of anyone aside, I think that needs to be said. But I didn't know that the movie would be based exactly on the same story, except for they just added some like ridiculous, salacious bullshit. Oh my God, I'm actually getting like really mad while I'm talking about it. You guys, it was such horseshit. So, okay. Who knows about society treats the men or boys. Society treats men and boys as it doesn't exist. Essay. Sorry. Okay, I see, Brendan. Society treats the rap of men and boys as it doesn't exist. Yeah, so you guys, I think this is something really important to start talking about, and it's definitely a huge bummer, but it's so important. I recently spoke with Shelley Snow Pordia and her brother John. They were in the Independent Fundamentalist Baptist cult growing up, and we talked about John's the sexual abuse that he went through as a child in the cult. And we talked about how there's just such a big stigma around, boys and men who get sexually abused. And the narrative around it is just like very, very fucked. Yeah, like Sophia said, it's a child, not a sex partner. Exactly. And hi, Brian, welcome. We're just having, some light convo. But all right, you guys, I got my recipe. I got my coffee. I feel like I've told you a good amount about this chick so far. So, you guys, what do we know about the case? Are you guys familiar with the case? How much should I break it down? Also, the podcast has an episode about it, so you guys can listen to that for like the full breakdown. But I think I probably will tell most of the story here tonight as we make dinner, right? Anybody else making a snack? I know Brendan's making orange chicken and corn, which sounds delicious. All right. So I am going to, all right, you guys, I'm making Massaman curry and rice and samosas. I am not hand making samosas, okay, you guys? Some people are like, oh, you can't say you're cooking something if you're heating it, Ashley. It's like, okay. Says who? You? That's crazy. So I'm going to be doing these Costco samosas, potato and pea with cilantro chutney. All right, so we are preheating the oven to 375. And a hot tip, you guys, I'm learning this along the way. If you have to boil water or preheat the oven, that's generally like the best place to start. I know, crazy, but yeah. Brendan says, I was a senior in high school when it happened. I remember the conversation about it was lucky boy getting with hot teacher. Society seems to not change. Yeah, so I mean, there was she got I believe she was convicted of her crimes pretty quickly. But then yeah, so there was a lot of this woman is terrible. Like what was actually happening. And then there was a lot of, yeah, that like, oh, oh, lucky boy, teacher. No, no. Sophie is in a warm bed and might grab chips and tea in a thermos. I like that. And Alex is here. Hi, Alex. Apostate Alex, my buddy from the Apostate Alex channel. Brian said, I hate to say it, but when I was a teenager, me and my friends would probably have said the same thing. Yeah, no, Brian, I had a conversation with another man who said the same thing, that like, yeah, but okay, so let's make a big distinction between like, oh, hot for teacher. I didn't even know what that is, but look, let's just say, let's go back to the fact that so yeah, all right, let's go back to the beginning, you guys. Billy Falau was in Mary Kay Letourneau's second grade class. He was 8. Peel and boil potatoes. Okay, so we gotta get potatoes going. So okay, yeah. So she met him when he was 8 and was his student. She started to take like an extra interest in him pretty early on because he was a really gifted artist and he was like very smart for his age. Great stuff for him, not for you. So she started, and this happens in a Maggie Gyllenhaal movie too. I forgot which one, and I meant to look it up, but so she starts like buying art supplies for him out of her own pocket, and she starts like doing extra tutoring with him, and then she starts grooming the family by she starts like, you know, spending time with the family, and she invites, I think, his brother and his cousin or something like that. Again, you guys, not exact details. The exactly correct details are in the podcast that I'll link in the description. But yeah, this is pretty much the gist. So then, yeah, it was kind of like a Jan Broberg abducted in plain sight type of situation. She starts grooming Billy. She starts grooming the family. She's paying extra attention to him. She's like getting to know the mom. Billy is about the same age as her oldest son. They're both so like, you know, I think this kind of develops over a few years, because then he ends up again in her 6th grade class, and he's 11 at this point. And yeah, so if the grade math is wrong, sorry, but he was 8 when they first met, and then he was 11 when he went into her 6th grade class, and then he was spending the night at her house because he was like kind of friends with the kids, and you know, his dad. Oh, and let's talk about like vulnerability. His dad was, I guess, in prison. That's pepper, but I'm trying to salt the water, you guys, because that'll make it boil faster. So his dad was in prison, I guess, quite a bit. So his mom was a single mom, and he had siblings, and he was born in Hawaii, and he was of Pacific Islander heritage, and he was in a very predominantly white school. So he was also, because kids and people in general are assholes, He was also kind of outcast at school because, you know, he was a different race. And like I said, kids are mean. So she took this boy who already like had a need in his life for more parental, watch Braveheart, and that's when she wrapped Billy for the first time. And when he was 13 years old, she had their first baby. So she was, I believe she was 34 at this time. Yeah, and he was 12. So he was 12 and she was 34. Let's like let that sink in for a hot minute before we go and talk again about the media. Sophia said, it gets my blood boiling when I hear that he got lucky, she's hot narrative. It's grooming and their victims. Abso-fucking-lutely. Brian said, there's a difference between being hot for teacher and being groomed by one. That shit happened with my brother and a teacher at our school. Wow, Brian, I'm so sorry. That is fucked. I haven't heard Billy Falau. I'll call him Billy. You guys know who I'm talking about. I haven't heard him state that he, and the movie like assumes this. So I was very confused by the movie. Anybody who's joining, hi, welcome. I'm making Massaman curry, and I'm talking about the movie that just came out. I don't know when it came out. On Netflix called May December. It was a hot piece of garbage. I don't know what the fuck the message was supposed to be or what I was supposed to be feeling. That was very unclear. But the movie is 1,000% based on the case of Mary Kay Letourneau and her grooming and wrapping of Billy Falau when she was, it began when she was 29 and he was, I can't do math, you guys. But it started when, 8 and 29 is when they met, when she was his teacher. So, all right, guys, we got this feels weird to keep going back and forth between topics, but I'm trying to and I got to keep pulling my petticoat up. Because that's really what's up, Okay, so now we got to peel. I'm not going to peel the potatoes. Fuck that. They're just these nice little round ones. And I don't feel like they need to be peeled, and that's more work. So we're going to skip that. Okay. Yeah, Sophia said the classic easy target pyramid. Yeah, it's and then people at school, like students and other teachers, noticed that. Thanks, Martin. You guys, that's my boyfriend watching from the other room and guiding me. This is his recipe. Yeah. So then the teachers and the students noticed that something weird was going on. And so then he was getting made fun of even more by the other kids for being really close with Mary Kay. And teachers noticed too and didn't say anything, which I guess is pretty fucking common in schools. You guys, I've heard some horror stories, but people are afraid of losing their jobs, and with that kind of shit, you're waiting on tenure and all this crazy stuff. But it sounded pretty I'm not trying to fear monger everybody's getting abused everywhere. It's just I think the see something say something isn't as quick of a response for people as it should be. It's hello. Oh, you hear them say, I love you in the hallway? Yeah, that's a big red flag. Say something. They're slow dancing closely at the school dance. Giant red flag. I wish this was red, fucking waving. dancing at the school. Yeah, just like extra tutoring. So just all this stuff. And does anybody say anything? No. So, that's backwards. Yeah. Yeah. Help me storytell. Actually, this is where I get a little bit less clear on the details. Brian says she'd write steamy letters to him. I remember finding them and recognizing the handwriting. It was weird being in class with her, knowing what I knew. Oh my God, referring to your brother and your teacher. Jesus Christ. Fuck, man. I'm so sorry. Alex said, I love how your preferred mode of marital communication is YouTube live stream comments. We're not married, but like Alex said, I know you're not married, but you know what I mean. I do know what you mean. Alex said, I had a slow dance with my teacher at school once, but it was graduation. I was 16 and she was a teaching assistant I had a crush on that was only a couple of years older. Yeah, that's like super different. You know, I still don't approve of anyone over the age of 18 hooking up with a teenager who's not 18. I don't know. Also, like, legal age limits are fucking weird stuff, you guys. I don't know. Like, I always think they should be higher, but like, when do you become an adult? Like, I don't know. I'm like, when you're 30, no one should touch you in the meantime. Hashtag trauma. What? Okay. You guys, check out the CPTSD diaries. CPTSD diaries, where I talk about complex trauma every Monday morning. It's super fun. We have fun and we get heavy on this channel. All right, so I'm chopping potatoes. The water's boiling. The oven's going. I'm like pretty into the story. I'm kind of multitasking, you guys, right now. In the zone. Yeah, like Alex said, it's majorly different. So I know that. Oh, and what I was saying earlier too is like, and maybe Brian, I don't know if you can shed any light on this, but in the movie, it really pisses me off because the character, who's 1,000% based on Billy, except in the movie, he's Asian American instead of Pacific Islander. And as an adult man, he has this kind of like breakdown, and he's like, maybe I wasn't old enough at that point to be making those decisions. And she's like, what? You seduced me, because that is the narrative that she always went with. And you can see interviews. She's like, who was in control? Who was in control? Who was in control? And he's like, I was. It's like very uncomfortable. No. A 12-year-old can't be in control when there's a 34-year-old in the room. Unless you're like in some kind of fucking fundamentalist bullshit and the whatever oldest man in the room is like, you know, in that case, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so in the movie, this guy like has this epiphany. And he's like, it's what I said. And I mean, I don't know if anybody watched that show, A Teacher. Mara Rooney, is that her name? But basically she's, I think, about 29, and she has an affair, slash, you know, wraps and grooms this 16-year-old. And that one's really interesting because, you know, that is one of those stories in society that would be like, oh, fucking yeah, like, dude, he's like, oh, he's a junior. Oh, you scored with the teacher. Cool. But the show really shows like how basically that affects him later on. Like, because they have this like very intimate relationship that's like emotional and all this shit. And like he thinks that they're in love and you know, and then he realizes later like I couldn't have really made the choice to be in love with you because I was a child who was being groomed. And so I don't know if that's like a conclusion that Billy's come to. I mean, I can say that I've seen interviews where it looks awkward. And in this movie, there is like an interesting power dynamic presented, which again, I have no idea if that's like in real life, but he's a little bit like, you know, he seems kind of young and a little bit like mechanical, and it's like essentially to show because like he never had the chance to grow up because he became a father when he was a child at the age of 12. And like in the show though, he has this like kind of realization, and I think that actually could have been like something kind of powerful if there not had been this like dun, 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 like weird music that like critics were like, oh, they were using that music to like highlight the ridiculousness of the way that the media treats these stories or something. And whatever they were trying to do just really did not come across. They didn't pull it off at all. Brendan said, I worked with a creepy dude that seemed to know all the legal ages and different stages. Ugh, gross. He was my age, 45, dating a girl that was 19 and who used to date his son. See, that's where like the legal age stuff gets weird to me. Like, I don't think you should be dating 19-year-olds when you're 45. And like maybe I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Do I have all the stuff that I need? Okay, hold on. Chicken, peas, potatoes, rice, onions, and chestnuts. I don't think I have those things. Not that I know of. Okay. All right, let me read some more comments. I got distracted. Rinse 1 cup of rice thoroughly and add 1 cup of water to the pressure cooker. Okay. 1 cup rice, 1 cup water. Got it. What else we got going on here? Sophia said, oh, we've had at least 3 teachers that officially started dating their partners at prom when it's officially legal. And one really liked securing the girls in sports. It was a Catholic school. Why does like none of that surprise me? Oh, God. That's awful. Okay, guys, we've got a couple kinds of rice. We have basmati rice and jasmine rice, and I think I'm gonna go basmati since we're having an Indian curry, not a Thai curry, right? I'm gonna feel really dumb if I just fucks that up. Is this a Thai curry? It's a Thai curry, you guys. Whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna do jasmine rice instead. Okay. All right, water's boiling, so we can put the potatoes in. You gotta wash the rice thoroughly because there's a reason. So yeah, wash it. All right. put the potatoes in. I boiled so much water. Okay. All right, now we're gonna rinse the rice. Yeah, teachers shouldn't date their students at any point. Maybe schools should have a 10-year after graduation before dating former students laws. I like that, Brendan. Sophia says, my dad said, how would a parent be able to trust me if I even consider dating within the student's age range in the first place? Yeah, so I think that's like one of the really gross things. Like, I mean, obviously it's all really gross. And even if in future interviews or conversations or whatever, he said he continued to maintain like, oh, like I wanted to do that. And like, I just don't think that you don't have the capacity to decide what you do and do not want to do at that age. So the fact that he was the same age as her son, like, disgusts me so much even more. And you guys can probably see like the thumbnail of this. She definitely tried to dress and do her makeup and hair and everything in this kind of like younger vibe, which is why I put like my very wholesome dress on for today. And all of the ingredients are in a bag right in front of me. And Brendan and Sophia are saying hi to Martin, who is my sous chef and partner and sous chef from the other room. That's where he does it from. Because I'm the star. I'm just kidding. Kind of. I mean, he could come if he wanted, All right. Rice in. Water. Here it comes. Oh, okay. Close it. Close it. There we go. Make sure this thing's closed to do the thing. Okay. All right. Shout out to Alicia, you guys, who is usually in the chat, but is modding for me tonight. Pulling up all your wonderful comments. Start pressure cooker on rice settings. Boom, did it. Peel potatoes for 15 minutes. I feel like I'm going to do it less because they're kind of already, well, they're not super new, so they're not super hard. Yeah, so I don't want to boil them as long, and they're smaller, Okay. In a big pan on medium, heat half a can of coconut milk and 3 tablespoons of Massaman curry. Mix thoroughly with a whisker, turn to low heat. Big pan, medium heat, coconut milk, and curry. When I hear big, I hear huge. Because, I would just rather have more room than less room. Sophia yelled very publicly at a woman being mad at me for tempting her husband while their 13-year-old daughter looked very much like me next to that. Not excusing behavior like that. Yeah, that's... Oh, well, this is also... Here's a fun fact. So, Mary Kay Letourneau was married with children when she started abusing Billy. Like I said, her oldest son was about his age. And when her husband found out, Who do you guys think he notified? Who would a responsible adult notify? How do can openers work? So many questions. This can opener sucks. I think it works, you guys. Oh, I gotta put this samosas in the oven. Let's try opening it from the other side. Oh, okay. That seems better. Okay, you guys. So in the comments, who should be notified, or who do you think Steve went and talked to? Wait, is his name Steve, or was that in the movie? That might be in the movie. Shit. Anyways, it's her husband. I think it's Steve. And like, oh, also in the movie, that's, you know, based on the story, her kids with the Billy character are also like, they're like white and Asian, and like their kids are also a mixture of Pacific Islander and Caucasian, and they're the same age and everything as their real children. They have her husband who has, so she has a husband that she had kids with, and then her kids with Billy, and her kids with her ex-husband are like 15 years apart or something crazy like that. And that's also in the movie May December. Like I just thought it was such fucking uncool entertainment. Brendan, did he talk to Billy? You fucking got it. Yeah, he should have probably talked to the police, the parents, and the school. But he went and confronted Billy, the 12-year-old, for having an affair with his wife. Are you fucking kidding me? Are all of these people out of their absolute goddamn minds? Well, obviously the answer is yes. It's kind of rhetorical, but are you fucking kidding me? You know? All right, 3 tablespoons of curry because it's getting spicy. Tablespoon, that's a teaspoon. Okay. Here's the real challenge. How many teaspoons are in a tablespoon? Maybe we could just do that. That's where the fuck's tablespoon? Yeah. Can you guys help me? How many teaspoons in a tablespoon? Brendan said, why are they blaming the victims or the innocent person because some adult is looking at them? Yeah, that's very much like happens in, I feel like churches a lot and shit, like, oh, cover your eyes, or, you know, cover your fucking shoulders and shit, girls, like, don't be eye traps. Well, that's like fundamentalist Christianity. But I mean, I know that my friend went to like a evangelical church and got like kind of like slut shamed, or, you know, what's crazy though is, I rarely condone violence, but it itches my elbow big time. Yeah, no, I think I would fuck a bitch up. I mean, never. 3. Hi, Amanda. 3 what? 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon. Thank you. Okay, so I got to do 9. All right, that's a lot. Let's open this bag a little bit more. Okay, so we got the coconut milk in here. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is entertainment. 5, 7, 8, 9. All right. It's counting with Ashley. Okay. I feel like these potatoes are probably good. Okay, now I'm going to put this on medium. And then whisk it. Whisk it real good. There was a case in Arizona about 5 years ago or so where a parent of a kid's victim reported the teacher and the husband of the teacher was begging him not to. Yeah, like, ugh, what the hell? Yeah, what? No. All right, guys, I think this is coming together pretty nicely. I'll let this keep going a little while. You know, potatoes are a motherfucker. They just they need a lot of time to do their thing, especially here in Colorado, because it's all high and things take longer to boil. On a separate pan, fry a quarter sliced onion in olive oil. And I'm just have all my stuff in my handy dandy bag over here. Okay. Onion. Got it. Oh, right. We're going to put the samosas on a tray. And then bake them for 25 minutes. Jesus. God damn. Okay. These are really big. I'm going to do 5. I should have got these going sooner. That's okay. Yes, thank you, Alicia. You guys, if you have not subscribed or hit the like button, please do those things. Those are really awesome and important. Hey, Google, set timer for 25 minutes. 25 minutes. And that's starting now. Also, you guys, if you're like, who's this mysterious Martin that some people in the chat are saying hi to, and that Ashley explained is her boyfriend and is a sous chef from the other room. Well, you guys could get to know Martin a little bit better if you wanted, because we recently did a live stream where we talked about AI and how it's definitely changing the world as we know it right now. And yeah, he's we're neither of us are experts for show, but he keeps a pretty good finger on the pulse of what's going on in that world, and I like to keep up to date because Skynet is here, you guys. Be nice to Siri and Alexa and Google. Say please, say thank you. Like, you know, the robots are probably going to look at how we treated their ancestors. But if you guys are interested in learning more about AI, which maybe you're not, but you should, because it's going to affect everyone. I'm not trying to fear monger, but you guys, like, seriously, just know like a little bit. I highly recommend informing yourself a little bit on that. So if you want to learn about that, or if you want to see Martin, we did a stream recently about it. AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I've got some awesome comments. The simple answer is they don't like to admit they trusted a predatory person, so the tempter has to be the issue. Yeah, Sophia, that makes a lot of sense. Like, it's like, oh, it's it's too unfathomable that you're married to a fucking pedophile, right? Like, ugh. That's why we switch to pre-cooked potatoes in a glass or cut them. Oh, that's nice. Pre-cooked. Brendan said Martin had me having nightmares about Skynet. And yeah, Brendan, I think a societal shift in trusting people has definitely happened. I mean, I'm not a parent. But like they call it helicopter parenting and stuff, right? Because everybody's kids in the 80s just got like kidnapped and molested and shit. And then I think everybody kind of like was like, let's rein that in. But I got to play outside as a kid, and I feel very fucking lucky because of that. Back of Beyond, hi, welcome. Says, I feel sorry for kids, both sets of them. Can't imagine what they must think of the whole thing. Yeah, no, I feel... what do you do like when that's your mom? Because so yeah, fast forward, she does, I think, like 7 years in prison for being a child rapist, what she is. And oh, here's the fun time, you guys. And then, and she has their second kid also while she's in prison. And then when she gets out, they get married. I'm going to have to check my notes to tell you guys more details. But I'm kind of chopping an onion right now, so I can't do that. But yeah, they have a family, and they're together for like 20 years, and he filed for divorce, and I don't know. I don't know what he experienced. I don't know what his mental state about it is, but I would not be surprised that someone would look back on a situation like that and think, wow, I thought I was in love, but I was being groomed and abused. So, yeah. And I mean, God, the kid, that being your parent. And I mean, they didn't totally shy away from the media over the years. And like Barbara Walters interviewed them, and like, then when she died, it was like, oh, the very complicated life of, I'm like, what the, but you know what? Actually, and doesn't make it any better, but she basically got the same treatment as a lot of male sex offenders do. Like, oh, that rock star fucked a 13-year-old. Like, well, that's what rock stars do, and or whatever. Like, I think historically men have gotten away with fucking teenagers because that's like been okay. So I think really it seemed like she really got kind of like I don't know what I'm doing with this fucking onion. It seemed like she almost kind of got like the male treatment. But then also there is those cases where with this kind of thing, sometimes it does, I don't know, it just seems like kind of maybe a little bit too acceptable in our society to have sex with teenagers when you're an adult. Maybe everybody should just stop fucking doing that. I mean, not that that's going to happen, but, or like, let's stop okaying it, right? Because basically Billy wrote in a book that it all started with a $20 bet, him telling his fellow students that he could sleep with his teacher. Also, great movie with Cate Blanchett and Judi Dench from a long time ago. I think it was called A Scandal or something. Oh, shit. Okay, that's the rice. Now we're mixing in the onions. Oh, and we got to put the burner on. And this is done, so we're going to let it vent and start cooking those onions. And I think I'm just going to go with it now, and we're going to decide that the potatoes are done because they need to go with the curry paste. Oof. That is boiling hot water. Steaming my face. So, yeah, for anybody who's just joining, don't watch May December on Netflix because it's hot garbage. Yeah, I just think it was really exploitative, and not only that, but it was just like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the viewer was meant to like learn or feel or anything. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand what I watched, but it was awful. Let me get back to the comments. What do we got doing here? Didn't they have kids after? Sophia, that's not the direction equality was meant to go. Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, no, they did have kids and they like had a family, and you know, you see in this movie, which is like based on reality, but I'm like, I don't know, it seems like maybe everything, or not everything, but like it is so close to the story, you guys. It's insane. And the director's like, oh, I was like kind of inspired by, and it's like, no, motherfucker, you did an autobiography, but then what am I looking for? Peas. But then also threw in this like Natalie Portman character who was an actress who was coming to spend time with their family because they were doing a movie about peas. Oh my God. That is like, if I don't have ADHD, whatever, that's an ADHD quality. They're not doing a movie about fucking peas. I was putting peas in the pan. Okay. So in the movie, Natalie Portman is doing she's playing Mary Kay Letourneau in a movie. And so she goes to like spend time with the Letourneau family, which is 1,000% who it is. I'm like a little bit more coconut milk, just because a smidgen thick, probably for me leaving it too long. Yeah. Thanks, you guys who stuck around for the whole stream. We've had about pretty steady 8 people. So thanks for being here. I know there's a few of you guys that are just super nice and just support whatever. See? Yes. Go Apron. You guys just support my shenanigans and I appreciate it. Yeah, and Alicia just put up the link for the Discord. I see you guys totally join our Discord. Alicia, can you also please put that link in the chat and people can click it? Yeah, if you guys are dark weirdos who like other dark weirdos who are into like finding the humor in the fucked up things of life, whether it's, you know, this or having mental health issues or whatever, then join us. We're a gang. No, but it's fine. Everybody's super nice, very supportive. I can't get the fucking onion to like separate from itself. I don't want any of the onion anyways. Okay. All right, so now the samosas are cooking, which is going to take for fucking ever because I'm late. Okay, rice is cooked. You guys, oh my God. Dinner and a story in an hour? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the shit out of here. Maybe. Okay, now I got to peel the chicken and add it to the curry and slice water chestnuts. And I'm not really following Martin's directions. This is his recipe. I put the onions and peas and potatoes in before the water chestnuts and the chicken. But I feel like that's right, actually, because the peas were frozen and the onions are like need to be cooked. Ew, you don't want them raw. Alicia said I thought it was going to be about the two women being a May December. Oh well, I didn't watch it. Surprisingly there are two queer movies, one about a high school teacher and the other about a college professor. Oh, interesting. Alicia got booty, but she's back. Alicia got booty, but she's back. Alex is always here to support me. Ash and Alex supporting each other. Alex, we need to do a thing. I know. And you guys, I talk about like mental health a lot on my channel, right? And then, me and Alex have been trying to catch up for a while. And the other day I said, I want to catch up. Let's do it soon. But yesterday I cried about something. And today I'm crying about email because, that happens sometimes, you guys. But that's the great thing about good friends is they are, generally, I think, pretty understanding that, and I try to be the same way, that we're doing our best, right? What the fuck am I doing? Chestnuts, water chestnuts. Oh, Miss Sunrise. Dawn is here from North Georgia. Hello, Miss. How are you today? Another one of my amazing viewers who will watch a lot of the shenanigans I do around here. This story has got me shaking, but I will support TSFU. At least I can vent to chat. Brendan, I know this is a very upsetting story. I hope that, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. No, but don't watch it if it's upsetting you. Yeah, you guys, always like mental health first, please. Like literally, if any of my content is, some of it's very, very fucking heavy, is ever upsetting, or anybody else's content, like guard your, oh my God, I've been too much indoctrinated. I was gonna guard your heart, you guys. Just guard that heart. Ooh. No, but guard your mind and protect yourself. So because yeah, luckily, as far as I know, I was not abused in that way as a child. And I'm sure this is true for a lot of content creators and people. It's harder for me to talk about stuff and dive deeply into stuff that I have more of like a personal connection to. But since this didn't happen to me as a child, and like I talk a lot about spiritual abuse, and I don't have any religious background. So like I can, not that I don't care fucking deeply and I'm not horribly angry, but I can talk about it from more of a distance because it didn't happen to me. But like, the story of how Marilyn Manson abused Evan Rachel Wood, and I won't go into details why, but that upset the fucking shit out of me to the point where like I couldn't watch anything that had any like sexual assault for like 6 months. I didn't do any cases that had anything of that nature, just because I was like, this is not good for my mental health. Alex said, oh no, Ash, it's all a facade. I don't give a shit about you. I just pretend that I do. Yeah, we're just using each other for content. Just kidding. Cool that little heart out, girl. Hi, Kat. You guys, Kat's my friend. And she lives by me in Colorado, and she hangs out with me sometimes, and she's pretty cool. Chicken. Okay, that's the other thing. All right. So lastly, we got chicken, and we bought some Costco chicken recently. And I'm just going to like, before I just like go fucking tits deep into this carcass, you know what I'm saying? What? He was like, no, Ashley, we don't know what you're saying. You're so weird sometimes. I know. Alex, chicken. Yeah. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. So, meat grosses me out, but that's okay. At least cooked meat like grosses me out less. And this is chicken. It's Costco. It's chicken cost. It's Costco chicken. It's chicken from Costco. Okay. I'm gonna get like a knife. Like a knife. And just boss into that chicken. You was like, Ashley, you're not making your own chicken. Listen, it's because this chicken needed to be eaten. Okay? Or else I would have made my own chicken, you guys. I promise. But, you know, can't let it go to waste. So that it was gonna be this chicken curry tonight, or like a Vietnamese noodle beef salad. Okay, you guys. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do this week. So I'm telling you right now, all right? So don't say that I didn't tell you. All right, it's so good, you guys. I don't remember what it's called right now. Bon. I want to say bon something. Anyways, it's a Vietnamese like salad that has a ton of fresh greens and like mint and shit. And then there's beef and like vermicelli noodles, and it's really fucking bombing. Okay. We're stirring in the chicken. Hey Google, how much left on timer?
On kitchen speaker, there's a timer for 25 minutes with 5 minutes and 54 seconds to go. On master bedroom Wi-Fi, there's the timer.
Okay, thank you.
6 minutes and 7 seconds to go.
Thank you so much. Be nice, you guys. I'm fucking telling you. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think we're like... Okay, there's potatoes stuck in there that I can't get out. I think we're pretty much there. And then we've got like 5 minutes on these samosas. Holy shit, you guys. I told you a whole fucking case, basically, kind of, and made a dinner and told you guys how I was doing it in like an hour. This is also the time where I just congratulate myself. Which, you know what, you guys, you should fucking do. If you feel proud of something you did, you should be like, you know what? Good job, me. You fucking killed that. Because all day we're like, fuck you, me. Or I don't know if you guys are, but I'm just like, I can be. Actually, not as much anymore. I've gotten so much better. Hashtag therapy all the time. But I used to be really mean to myself. Just like, wow, you're such a dumb bitch. Now, usually, sometimes I might get like random waves of shame where I'm like, man, I just like feel like a piece of shit. And then I'll be like, okay, but why? And then I'll realize that it's just generally because that's like part of my trauma and just like guilt and shame. So I usually try to stop that train of thought now because it's, you know, it's silly. It doesn't. Look, I validate my feelings. You know, you should validate your feelings, and you should try to validate your own feelings, because a lot of times other people won't validate them like you want them to be, or like you want them to do. So, I mean, I'll validate my feelings, but then I'll also realize that a lot of times my feelings are stupid liars, and I try to remember that too, because sometimes I'm like, that is some nonsense shenanigans that I'm feeling. All right, you guys. So keep the bones for good chicken broth. Thanks, Chef Sophia. Oh, Kat and Brendan are book club buddies. They're my book club buddies too, because I'm also it's all of our book club, and I'm in it. And yes, Alex. By the way, on Wednesdays we wear pink. And it's Tuesday. But also I got a shirt that says on Wednesdays we were pink that a very nice listener sent to me. So maybe tomorrow, I don't know, hit me up, but we got to wear pink on a Wednesday one day or like whatever. Anyways, Alex said guilt and shame are like so last season. They can't sit with us. Hell yeah. I love that. Okay, you guys. Oh fuck, I left the rice just like sitting. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, whatever. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, no, it's fine. Kat, thanks for coming. I know. You guys, Kat said she's been trying to catch me live for a while. So she's here now. So that's exciting. It's technically Wednesday in the UK. Good point. Happy Wednesday, Alex. I'm wearing pink. Are you? Oh my God. Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. or something. You are so cuckoo bananas. Okay. We could definitely have some more rice, but that's okay. Oh my God, you guys, I'm excited to show you. Spoon or serving thing of some sort. Now Martha's still watching, so he's like sick. It's almost food time. That's really heavy, so I'm gonna bring the bowl to it instead of the other way around. I hope this is not supposed to be like not a stew. This is not saucy. Whatever. Okay. You guys, it's pretty stewy, which was also like my macaroni and cheese. No, my corn chowder. That was like a chili, basically. I think that, yeah, I'm going to put some more coconut milk, but I'm going to show you guys anyways. Why would I take something directly out of the oven with my bare hand? Oh, gosh. Okay. Good stuff. All right. We got a little samosa action. It's really hot because it came directly out of the oven. Ashley. Okay, Google, stop timer. And and some chutney. Let's put that on there. Kat was just gonna say breakfast with Alex. All right. Message me tomorrow, Alex. Have a good sleepover or with yourself. I meant have sweet dreams. Have a good sleep, my friend. Talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, we're adding more coconut milk, but I want to show you guys the final product, and then I can say crime and curry in a hurry, right? Hey, it's like I had. All right, so yeah, I mean, listen to the episode, you guys. I just actually re-put it out today. It's anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can find the episode about Mary Kay Letourneau. My friend Michelle told the story. She did a great job. And she tells the full story in all the details there in just under an hour. But she doesn't teach you how to cook a curry. So, you know. Okay. All right, you guys. It's Massaman curry with rice and potato and pea samosa with a cilantro chutney. Hey. And I'm going to add some more coconut milk to the mix because I don't think it's supposed to be so much like chili. Oh, shit. I'm going to turn off the oven so we don't burn the house down. And this is off, but we're going to add a little bit more milk. And you guys, that's it for me. That's it. It's it. I mean, yeah, Alex is going to bed, and I'm not basing this on Alex going to bed, but you know, right? It's evening time. It's time to 5:30 here. I'm gonna put on my jammies and get into bed and watch something that's not fucking atrocious. Yeah, on the menu show wise. Oh, well, we're watching The Bridge, Sophia. And I know I have other European friends, but you guys like all speak 1,000 languages, and it's in Danish and Swedish. Yes. But it's really good. It's like it's a crime series, and yeah, but you have to watch subtitles, and sometimes I'm a little bit lazy about that. Brian, go get a piece of pizza down in the store. Pizza's always delish. A cat, I will absolutely send the recipe. You guys, as soon as this stream is over, I'll put the link to the episode on Kay Letourneau in the description, as well as the recipe for this delish little curry I just whipped up. I mean, yeah, I ripped it too. We ripped it to shreds together, right, you guys? So thanks for being here, guys. That was another really fun segment. I had so much fun hanging out with you guys. Please do press the like button and press the subscribe button and go listen to my podcast. That's So Fucked Up, anywhere you listen to podcasts. And if you dig me and what I'm saying and what I'm doing, go to tsfuthepodcast.com, where you can find all the places you can listen to the podcast, the link to the Discord, about us, Patreon, bingo, all kinds of cool stuff, you guys. And yeah, I am going to go enjoy my dinner with Martin. I'm sure he's excited, or he's like, what is that? Let's add more coconut milk. One of the two, but it's gonna be good. All right, you guys. Hey, tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going live with a woman who is a survivor of the Twin Flames universe cult, you guys. Jeff and Shalia, those fucks. Also a podcast episode and a live about Twin Flames universe. But yeah, I'm going to be talking to a survivor tomorrow morning, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, you guys. So let me just double check that before I log off, because I'm 99% sure that's right. But yep, that is right. So yeah, you guys, I hope that I see you tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. While we talk to a survivor of the fucking Twin Flames universe. I'm really glad that my show is called That's So Fucked Up and not That's Fucked Up, because that would be fucked up. All right, guys, thanks again. Have a great night. And thank you to the replay crew. Everybody like, subscribe, follow the podcast, all that shit. Bye.